All right, so I am back. Okay, and yeah, is what I wanted to talk about, and why I wish that they did, but they unfortunately don't. And this whole cyber world and stuff is really irritating. I want to first start off by saying that because I feel like there are people that are very awkward in social media. It's extremely awkward to me, people in social media sometimes, okay? Because social media is like AKA social medium, to where you're in contact with people that you would never be in contact with if it were not for that platform. Okay. And some of these people are not on the same page or wavelength that you're on. And it's really irritating, which is why the which is why they have what's called algorithms. You know what I mean? Just why they have something called algorithms. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But anyway, um yeah, I'm thoroughly convinced that there are people that are living in different realms and reality. And I feel like the internet can connect us to those people. It can. Okay. So I think that that can be a problem sometimes, because sometimes those people um, that you can connect with from these other realms, they operate totally different. You know what I'm saying? They operate totally different. They're very, very different. They are differently different. Just like there are some people like I've ran into that they overstep their boundaries way too much on the internet. And I just I've never seen anything like it before in my life. I haven't. But anyway, for example, there's men on the internet, males on the internet, that they have this fantasy that you're with them in a relationship with them or something, and they feel like they. And then there's even women on here in social media that they feel some sense of authority over you. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. Like, I'm wondering if every time I come on here, do I have to invoke my spirits or something? Should it be that bad? Is it really that bad? Is it to the point where I have to invoke my spirits before I come on here and have a simple discussion about cleanses? Is that what has to happen? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wish that cleanses worked on external stuff, and it doesn't. Cleanses are more so internal. And on YouTube, well, in social media, there are a lot of different ideas about spirituality and energy. And there are some people that believe that you attract things to you. Okay. And you do attract things to you. Yes, you do. But not when it comes from a stalker realm. Stalkers are stalkers. Crazy people are crazy people. So, and then sometimes other people can sick people on you like dogs from the internet. Okay. To them that is harmful or even irritating. I don't like to be irritated. I don't like to be irritated. And to be honest with you, I don't like arguing. I quit hanging out with family because they were argumentative. I don't like arguing at all. I really don't. So, but anyway, cleanses are more so internal. As far as with external um things that are outside of yourself, like people that you don't want to really be bothered with, people that you don't want to be involved that you don't want to be involved with. um for example, men or women that are stalking you, that you don't want to be bothered with, those people. You know, you can't necessarily get rid of those people with a cleanse. A cleanse is more so going to clear away anything that you may have internalized from those people. Hey, Stefan. Hey, sweetie. That's what a cleanse is going to do. Like, for example, if a person has bad energy around their solar plexus, okay? People that typically have bad energy around their solar plexuses, believe it or not, they're very controlling. Okay? People that lack confidence, or if they are very fearful or have self-esteem issues, believe it or not, those people are usually very controlling. Those people are usually very overbearing. Okay, because they feel some type of way internally. So anyway, if that person or people or whatever, if you're around that type of energy, and I'm talking about around that type of energy, this is what irritates me about the internet. People are trying to act like the internet is real life. The internet is not real life. Even though energy can be transferred via the internet, it can be, but for the most part, it's not. Okay. And so, you know, unless you allow somebody to tell you or tell your body or tell your spirit what to do, or your spirit body what to do, it's kind of impossible for, this whole internet thing. I got to tell y'all, it's getting really irritating because I truly believe that these people are contacting us from another realm. You can even meet somebody in person and they be from a totally different reality. I truly believe that that's what's happening. Well, I don't believe it. I know that that's what's happening. Okay, because it's like we don't mesh. If you don't mesh with a person, if you don't mesh with people, and they can't make you like them, it's weird. They can't make you see it their way. You're not, and it is some people. I know that, and I think that there are some people, they just don't want to let it go. They don't. They don't want to let go of people that they don't actually know or have a connection with from the internet. And if it's a good connection and if it's positive, like when I connect with clients or some of y'all, I've met a few friends on here, okay, that I'll be friends with for life. But otherwise, if it's something that's negative and we don't agree, you know, I think it's ridiculous. But anyway, cleanses are internal mainly. Okay. As far as like cleanses to the body. Obviously, if you cleanse your house or if you cleanse your floors or your walls or something, that would be external. Anything that has anything to do with your mind, body, and spirit and your aura would have to do with the cleanses. Okay. So what they do is and people will try to send you certain spirits, just like that dude that came in here in the last live that I just got off of. The energy disturbed me. It's still very disturbing because it's a controlling energy. And what I do in that case is I'll just call to Shiva. Okay. I'll call to Shiva for that situation because I don't want your spirits. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people have different experiences in life. People have different things going on in life. I personally will never be the type of person that allows strange men on the internet to ever have control or reign over me. I'm not here for fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? So that dude's energy really was kind of disturbing. And it was probably his spirits that have a desire to control me or something. It's weird. I don't know what is wrong with these people. I've asked, you know what, honestly, I have asked Shiva to destroy these people's reality because that's what Shiva does. Shiva is the destroyer of worlds. That's what he does, actually. So I'm gonna ask Shiva to like, yeah, no, like these people are on here in a total fantasy that I am their girlfriend. I've had to be a lesbian. I shit y'all not. There are some people that have a fantasy that I'm a lesbian, that I'm bisexual, that I'm a prostitute, that I'm they auntie, they mother, I'm their mother. No, hun. I live in my world and my name is Jamila Briscoe. And I live in my world. There is no version of me in your reality, right? That like when we speak about different realms and different realities, people are on different realities. But I feel like you as an individual only exist in your reality. People can't say, "Oh, well, you're my mother, you're my sister, you're my you know." I mean, people can say that about me because I do have people that consider me to be their sister. I've got people that consider me to be their friend. Their, y'all know what I mean. That, but no, it especially when it comes down to the negative stuff, that's some like to me, it just looks crazy for people to be arguing with people Like, I don't even argue with my own family. I don't argue with nobody. I don't. I think that there are some people that are stupid and crazy. You are stupid and crazy to come online and argue with people. First of all, arguments cause what? It causes blood pressure fluctuations. And we got people in this world that live in a reality where they sit around and they argue with people all day and take blood pressure medications. That makes no sense to me. That's just like eating, like I said, that's just like eating 3 or 4 pizzas in one sitting and saying, I'll have a Diet Coke. Yes, that's right. I'll have 6 double cheeseburgers and 3 orders of fries. Six cheeseburger, 3 order of fries, and a diet Pepsi. Yeah, and be serious as hell. I don't do that. I don't do stress and arguing. If I did something that you don't like, what's the point in arguing about it? What are we arguing for? You know, if 9 times out of 10, if you don't like something that I did, it could mean it could mean that perhaps we don't need to be connected to each other. It could mean that. It don't always mean that. It don't. Because my love, he be telling me stuff, and then, but I don't know. I think that we've had these little disagreements because we've got a past life connection. Me and Pooh Bear, I tried to tell him and he don't believe in that stuff. He's like, I do not believe in that stuff. I'm like, damn. But like, cause me and him, we be getting into it sometimes, you know, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I'm sorry about all of that. I'll see you later, right? I'll be seeing you, right? Okay. Anyway, you know. Anyway, and I ain't the type of person that wants love that can sit around the internet for several years and wait on it. I don't sit around and wait on no love for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Like, no. I did give birth to 4 children. I be doing stuff for real in real life. Like, I like that real life stuff. I am very fleshy. I am a fleshable flesh woman. I cannot get by with just some internet stuff. It will not satisfy me. Okay. And that does not mean that I want to meet somebody in person. Okay. What I don't Why would I do that? Why would I want to piss off that group, Sam? Why would I want to piss them off? And why would I would never use him for that. I would never ever, that would be just like me interviewing my children to piss them off, or it would be somebody that I care about. I don't do stuff to piss people off. I'm not trying to piss anybody off at all. Like, I'm like, that's not what I'm what I'm doing. So, and then plus another thing, I am not trying to give away his identity, and he doesn't he's not going to be involved with that stuff. Why do y'all really think that I would want somebody like, think about it. I know that a lot of those people in that group, they love to bring their significant other and say, look, y'all, I got somebody, y'all. I'm not like that. I'm not there. I'll never be there. I personally, like, he doesn't thrive in stress and drama, and neither do I. Like, they're not that important to me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's not that important to me. What? See, I don't know what y'all be hearing, but I can assure you that the person that I am dealing with has nothing to do with y'all group and doesn't know anything about y'all. It is like, yeah, no, it's it. Why would I dookie ball? Like, I don't like y'all. Y'all weird. Like, that's all I gotta say. No, he doesn't. There are people that exist outside of the internet, and then there's people that exist. Yeah, I would never. That's just like I don't involve my children. I don't involve my children. I don't involve my family members. I why would I do that? Those are people that are really in my real life. You're talking about an online internet group. And just because I've met up with one of y'all, it was a disaster. And I'm gonna tell you why it was a disaster, and why it will always be a disaster, and why I will never do it again, is because that's a collision of two worlds. In his world, a person that lives in transitional housing, which for me used to be my mother. My mother's gone. My mother's deceased, right? Like, I live in Georgia, right? I live in Georgia. I don't have a lot of family. I have a cousin that lives in Atlanta, but I don't bother her. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, no. And so I am living where I am living due to displacement because of a crazy landlord. But there's people in certain realities that feel like if you pay rent every day to live somewhere and you have a roof over your head, but that you're homeless. See, I don't think that way. I live in the real world. I've had a lot of life experiences. One of the experiences that I've had is, because everybody just always, oh, I can just go stay with my mother, or I can go stay with my father. I can listen, when you out here in the real world, like, for example, I didn't want to live in a house with mold in 2019. And yeah, it was in 2019. I didn't want to live in a house with mold. So I left that house. I packed up my stuff. I put in my notice to vacate. I packed up my stuff and I went and stayed at a hotel for 5 months. I sure did. Yes, I did. I don't, but then again, there's some people that they think that's wrong and I should go to jail for that. Like, you should be in jail for staying at a hotel. Like, whoa, wow. Wow. Okay. And so what do you expect me to do? So I just, and no, if you stay at a hotel, you're not homeless. There are people that are getting their houses. I guess whenever you're getting your house renovated or you have some kind of disaster or fire, I guess you could go around saying I'm homeless, but who does that? Like, if you have a roof over your head, you're not homeless. I don't get that, but whatever. I don't live in the same reality as those people, and thank God this I don't. It's less stressful in my reality. It's positive in my reality. Okay. What I do is I work, I run my business, and I make plans on what I want to do in the future. In the near future is what I do. Okay. I'm not who does that. And then also, who allows someone else to give them low self-esteem? Why should I lower my value because of a slumlord? Why should I go around being sad because of someone else's actions? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, the landlord was messed up. It was messed up what that landlord did. It was terrible. It was like, goddamn, like, oh, I'm suing you. Am I gonna go around saying I'm a failure? I'm homeless. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Who thinks that way? And this is the reason why I look like this. This is the reason why I woke up like this. This is the reason why I ain't got no sicknesses or no illnesses or nothing like that in my body, because I don't let people do that to me. Okay? What I do is I keep it moving. Okay? I keep it moving and I keep moving forward. Is what I do. I don't yeah. Like I'm supposed to feel like, oh my God, oh, it's like I'm just not a negative ass person. I'm sorry. Like I just and it just, I don't know. Yeah, y'all hear what I'm saying, right? That's just like stuff that you hear in the news. Am I gonna hear about something in the news and go, oh my God, this world is messed up, I don't want to be here? No, you don't. No, no, you don't do that. That's just like if it's a negative ass person. What do you do? Carry that with you the rest of your life? Like, no. No, okay, a person has a negative opinion about you. Okay. Okay, bye. And then you just move on. That's how I am. I always been that way. And then I'm a Cancer. They even represented us. We have two major arcanas. The Cancers, we have two major arcanas in the tarot. One is the Moon card, and the other one, well, yeah, the Moon card, and which we share with Pisces. But then the Chariot. We keep moving forward. We don't yeah, no, it just, march into the beat of your own drum is what they call it. Okay. So, you know, but no, I would never, ever, ever be involved with anybody else from that group. I've never actually been involved with anybody. And see, I'm getting ready to start disassociating. And there is nothing wrong with disassociating from something that's not pleasant. So, disassociating can be a good thing, because sometimes you can meet people from the internet by accident. I met my angel baby's father on Facebook, and it was a wild experience. Of course, this was like 12 or 13, 14 years ago when I was pregnant with that child before I got pregnant with Jacob. I met that child's father on Facebook. And you know what? Honestly, I'll never do it again. I prefer to meet people in person. You know, and it's not to say that you can't meet somebody on the internet like a lover. Like, it's not to discount your relationship if you met somebody from the internet and things are good. But you know, my experiences have been awful meeting people from the internet. I have a lot, except for my clients, that's different. But you know, I've most of my people, I've always met them in person, you know. Mhm. I'm trying to think of where I met Deja and Danielle's father. Where did I meet him? I can't even remember where I met him. I do remember where I met him. I was on a meat truck. I just so happened to meet him selling meat. I was with my uncle, and my uncle was selling steaks. You know, like one of those companies that, you know, sell like food or whatever. Yeah, my uncle was selling steaks off of a meat truck. And that's how I met their father. And he was just like, I know you from somewhere. And little, you know, wow, it was fate, wasn't it? Because I had two children with him. I met him in person. I just, I feel like when it comes to love, though, for me personally, I have a better outcome. Like, even no matter what me and him went through, which we went through some wild stuff, we did. It was a, wasn't it a rewarding experience? Because look at what I got out of it. Two beautiful, amazing daughters. That yeah, that, you know what I'm saying? So, hmm anyway, oh yeah, that felt good. Oh yes. hmm Anyway, y'all. So yeah, cleanses are not necessarily external. Okay, people that are external to you, that, now I have never ever seen people stalk more than the internet. Uh, and you know what can be scary about people that stalk from the internet is that they always want to meet somebody in person. They always want to be there in person as well. Okay. But people on the internet, those are people on the internet, right? Like, a person on the internet can't say, I'm sitting right next to you, like Patrick Swayze and the Ghost and shit, you know. Well, I know you're not sitting right next to me because I have my astral, first, I have my astral gateways locked, which I have to remind myself of certain stuff when I do stuff. Okay. So nobody's sitting right next to me except for the people that I live with. And, you know, so y'all do know that to stop unwanted astral travel or people from trying to visit you, y'all know that you can lock the doorways to them. You don't lock everything out, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not everything and they're not everybody, right? But you can lock out unwanted. You determine that. I was talking to the members of my circle about that. Okay. I can't imagine that if I contact everybody that's in my Yule circle today, that, well, I don't know. Maybe I should contact everybody today. Maybe I will to see how they doing. But from what I can sense, I don't believe that those people have unwanted visitors. I'd have to find out because astral travel is a real thing. And I am so happy that I have a guardian. Hold on. Yeah, no, I have a guardian. I have several guardians that also guardian over. They guard over that too because it's a real thing, and I actually can see, like actually see in my vision, and it's very weird. Any kind of astral invasion, I can see it like coming from very, very far away. And it manifests as these silver lights. And I just, you know, I don't do that. Okay. I don't do unwanted visitors. I don't do that because people will try to astral travel to you. And I've even heard of some of these perverted people trying to grape people in the astral, trying to grape people. Yeah, for various reasons, mainly for energy harvesting. Okay. Now, Jamila does not exist on some realm of a free for all, right? I don't exist on that realm. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, where you can just, hey, lottie die, everybody, come on, one for all for one. No, that's not, no. You know what I'm saying? So that's just weird to me. I've heard of people doing stuff like that, and I don't like that. And I think that those people know damn well they shouldn't be doing that, but they do it anyway because they don't have boundaries. Which is why we use mirrors and we use all kind of stuff to prevent that from happening, because that is not cool at all. Okay. So, and I do astral travel every once in a while. It's not really necessary all the time, but I don't travel to other people. Like, I travel to places that are going to be useful to me. It just, I don't know. I started using this reishi mushroom, and I love this stuff. I've got to get some of this stuff in the raw form because this is the tea. I have it in a tea that has it has rooibos herb in it, as well as organic orange peel. But I love, love, love that reishi mushroom. Um, it's great. It's great stuff. And then I've been using a lot of kava because we're getting close to the holidays. Okay, we're getting close to the holidays, and for some reason, the holidays tend to put people in a depression. People are drinking more, people are being weirdness. I don't get sad during the holidays at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't get stressed during the holidays. I don't do that. What is the point? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's we've been using that a lot for the circle. For the we've been using kava and reishi mushroom extract, or what is it called? Yeah, it's got, was it reishi fruit extract or something? You know, because it's because reishi is a mushroom. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's organic reishi fruiting body dry aqueous extract, and it's 201 milligrams. And then it's got rooibos herb and orange peel. And I love this stuff. Okay, it is really good. It really is, especially when um my spirits had me get it mainly for psychic defense, because it's a guardian. It's like you'd have to look up the magical properties of it. And so it's a really really good herb that I'm gonna it's a I think it's one of them Chinese herbs, and I'm gonna start keeping it on deck. But I'm gonna get the actual raw form right now. I just have the tea because I was being cheap, which is the same thing. If you ever want like a herb or something, if you ever want like a herb or something, and it's pretty expensive, like kava, I've got kava in the tea. Kava can be very expensive. That is one of my favorite herbs besides rosemary is kava, because it is so very useful. Oh my God, I love kava, and I like to drink kava too. Now, I haven't taken that reishi mushroom internally, um, but I love me some kava because it really helps with many different things. Is all I got to say. Goodness. Yeah. If you have any kind of, just FYI, if you have any kind of alcohol codependency or something, or either codependency period going on with people, kava would be it. That would be the it herb for that. It can be used for many different things. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, so those are two herbs that are very important to keep around, because I swear to you, like I said, and then also is good for psychic vampirism too. Okay. And I can and thank you for the confirmation to the folks that's been in here. uh, you know. And by the way, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something straight up and down before I get out of here. That that sector, that black sector, that is those people are energy vamps. Or they, and they just love to try to feed off of Jamila, but they can't. In fact, they nicknamed me Meal because they feel like I'm their meal ticket. And they're sadly mistaken, ain't they? And it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip because I'm not sharing or giving my energy to anything, to anybody. Even if, let me tell you something, even I can be sitting in front of a psychic vampire and they cannot feed off of me. Or I call them parasites, you know? So I don't, but just FYI, that's what those people do. That's what they are. Is in, I did a video on them earlier, but I took it down because, I had said some things that I didn't mean. But yeah, I'm not your blue shell crab. Okay. Those people, they want energy, is what they want. Not understanding, not peace. You know how, like, when you ask somebody a complicated or difficult question and it may seem difficult, there's a difference between complicating a situation for the purposes of energy harvesting versus gaining an understanding of something. You know, they're not gaining any understanding. They do what they do specifically to feed, and they have no pride. Like, I've never seen anything like it before in my life. You would think they would have some kind of pride and self-respect. And it's just, I guess it's normal for them. I guess. I personally, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm from the Show Me state. We don't like, we would, I wasn't, yeah, no, I ain't used to that. People just blatantly kind of like, hey, just in knowing that you really don't want to be bothered, and then trying to act like you're their mama. Like, I'm not your mama. Go, you know what I'm saying? They typically, people in that sector, I'm gonna tell y'all something straight up and down. They're all angry at their mother for some reason. They all have mommy issues. It may not be anger, but they all have mommy issues. Well, you know what? My mommy taught me to not be thirsty. That's what my mommy taught me. Okay. I don't know, probably because she was from the Show Me state. We don't do thirst. We do sustainability. For example, if I want a boost of energy, I go to Jupiter. Okay. If I want a boost of anything, in fact, I did a Jupiter potion. I go to Jupiter. I don't go to other people, you know? So that, and I think that there's some people that they just don't know no better. They make up all kind of excuses, and it's just that they don't know. Hey, it's just plain old ignorance, is the way I see it. You need something, obviously, which is why you up in my face, and I don't want you in my face. You need something that I'm not going to give to you, period. But you're in my face. You could have went and got it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You could have went and got that somewhere else. What are you trying to get that from me for? You know, why are you trying to get something and seeking something that you need internally from someone else? And they can't, they would love to compare it to what I do for a living. And you can't, because I actually help people and heal people for a living. You know, with them, it's completely one sided. They just try to take, and they don't even give. I mean, they can't take anyway. I wouldn't care if they showed appreciation, but they don't even appreciate anything. So, you know, with what I do, my clients are paying for a very good service. In fact, I assist clients who are dealing with folk like them. Because all you can do is deal and cope. And that's why I said the internet is a place where people do things like that, because it's easier for them to do it. Because if they were to do things like that in person, that's just like if everybody from their group would try to make physical contact with me every day, then people would have probably went to prison. You know, if they just would have showed up every day, like, hey, I'm showing up, like, oh my God, what the, oh wow. No, don't do that. So, you know, yeah, no. But I still think that internet stalking is just as creepy. It's creepy. Okay. No matter how you try to spin it, it's creepy. And we all know it. Okay. And and the realm that I'm in, stalkers get what they get and they don't throw a fit. Okay, which is a slap and a dose of reality. A reality check. Okay, if you catch my drift. You know, and that's just like there's some realities where stalking is entertainment, I guess, for some people. Thank you, goddess. Oh, I appreciate that so much. I needed that. Oh, goodness gracious, that was a nice little sneeze. So yeah, you know, in their reality, people, you know, I'm supposed to actually give a damn about what people think. People that are purposely thinking or purposely doing things on purpose, with a purpose, right? I've learned that when they're beefing with you, they want something from you. That's what I've learned. And I feel like if you a grown woman, old, 40, 50, 60, and you chasing Jamila around, oh, I gotta watch that. Almost poison from dollar store food. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here though. Yeah, but you know, when it comes to external stuff, you know, like for example, stalkers. If somebody is making contact with you and they are a stalker, that demonic protection from death would be very useful for stalkers, because that way, if you have someone stalking you in person, what you're going to have is basically a guardian spell. It's basically what it is. That means that a stalker, while I guess a stalker would get that desperate, to want to make physical contact with you, or to, maybe even possibly do bodily harm to you. uh you know it- that's what it protects you from that stupid ignorant person taking your life. It's You see, I'm a shaman. I don't put my fate in, my relationship with God. My relationship with God is that I create my destiny in reality. There are some people, they say, hey, I'm putting it all in God's hands. And I respect that. The people that I love and care about that feel that way, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they stay here with me. Okay. Like, oh, okay, yeah, it's in God's hands. Well, I'll be seeing you. We're going to be around each other for the next 40 or 50 or 60, 70 years. Because that, yeah, but like I said, my relationship with God is that God told me that my destiny and my fate is in my hands. My God told me, hey, it's all up to you. Okay. And everybody don't think that way. Everybody's gods ain't telling them that. Okay. I guess some people's gods is telling them that something different. mm Okay. So that's what irritates me about the internet, though. People with different ideas and different relationships with God, thinking that they have the right to tell you that you should have the same exact relationship with your God that they have with theirs. Y'all notice that? Okay. Have y'all noticed that, though? Anyway, happy 11/11. Oh shit, how the hell did that happen? Interesting. Y'all have a happy 11/11. I'm gonna get off of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.